Hi, my name is Luca Fricci and I'm the developer of Greenlight Approvals. Greenlight Approvals is an approval workflow that runs on a Monday board. A request goes out from a board item by a button on the item or automatically when a status changes. And the approver decides from their email or from Monday. It handles multi-step chains, routes larger amounts to extra approvals by rule, sends reminders and escalations, and writes every decision back into the item with who, when, and why. Approvers can be your own team or outside people like a client or supplier, and the full record stays on the board. Every feature is on every plan, including the free tier. Alright, now we're going to set up the first installation. As I have already installed the app, we're going to update. Here are all the permissions. And the app is installed. Now we're going to go to our portal. Greenlight has its own approval portal that is connected with monday.com. You sign in with your monday.com account only. We authorize Greenlight Approvals. And we go to the onboarding tab to make everything as seamless as possible. The first thing what we have to do is to create a new approvals board. This will create an approvals board within Monday. Approvals board has been created. Now we go back to Monday. And you see here the approval board has been created. We go back to the onboarding flow. So this has been completed. Now we have to turn on the automation. We're gonna we go back to the Monday board, click automate. Here we can search for the template, Greenlight Approvals. Here, if you look at the onboarding in the portal, you see that you have to change something into pending. And we create the automation. Automation is active. That's the second step. It's done. And then the third step is to send a first request and to add the approval panel to the item list. On the approvals board on the Monday platform, we have to amend one more item to have the Greenlight Approvals app fully functional. To do that, first we create a new item. We're gonna go request approval for travel expenses. We're going to open the item. Here in the top, we click on the Add View, explore more views, and we look for our installed app. And the approval panel has been added with the Greenlight Approval UI. Let's create our first request for the travel expenses. Travel expenses Europe. Of course, expenses Europe. The amount is going to be 2000. Okay, here we see that nobody is assigned an approver. So we can select someone from the board first or type email address. So what we can do here, second, we can select an approver. I select myself for this one. For the demo, open again. In the approval panel, travel expenses, Europe, 2,500. Approver goes to me, Luca Fritchie. I can select any attachment and send request. This will activate the approval workflow, which means the approver, in this case myself, look at Aurelius.ai, will receive a notification of a pending approval. Here we go, including the attachment. Now we can close it. Here the approval is pending. Let's first go to the approval onboarding. Here you will see onboarding flow that we have already sent our first request, done. Here in the inbox you will see that I have received, since I sent to myself, an approval request. Also in the queue you will see it. We'll show them based on how long they have been pending for approval. You see there's one, the one I just made, for 24 hours. Here the total history, the full history of approvals. Nothing has been decided. Okay. And now we're going to approve it. I'm going to show it not in the portal, but I'm going to show it through my email. Here the approval has landed, travel expenses with an attachment. I know what it is, I'm not going to download it here, but here, travel expenses Europe, approval requested, approver, that's me, amount 2,500, attachment, here we can download the attachment, which we're not going to do, and I am not happy with this. It's too expensive. Find something cheaper. Reject. So the rejection has been recorded. Okay. Now I see. I also get a notification that I rejected the approval request. Okay. So here we're going to amend the request. The amount, we're going to make it 1,500. Let's open the approval panel. Here you see the ones rejected. Now the amount is 1,500. Cheaper airline plus hotel. See attached. I can add attachment and I'm going to resend the request. Then here the new request, amount 1,500, looks much cheaper. and I will approve it. Approved. Approval requested, and here approved travel expenses. Go back to the portal. Here you will see that there is nothing in my inbox. The history will have the travel expenses rejected and travel expenses approved. Then here in the approval board on Monday, you will see that the request has been approved. The first and also the second attachment should be there. And you can see the entire conversation. All right. Next item we are going to introduce, which is quite a game changer for the Monday approvals, is the rules. And rules can be set here. Rules means like different kind of approval flows. So we're gonna create an approval flow with different kind of budgets. So we're gonna create the first chain, purchases over $500. 100. Step 1, they go to the manager. That is it's just me. Already AI. The manager. Okay, create chain. Then we're gonna create another one. Purchases over $5,000. And they go first, they go to the manager. And then come CFO. Create chain. Now we're going to enforce this platform wide. So we're going to approval, we're going to add this rule, name this rule, purchases over 500, when amount is greater than 500, the rule route to this chain, see above, $500, save. And we're going to add another rule, and this is purchases over $5,000 when amount is greater than 5,000. We route it to the $5,000 chain. Save. How this will look like? Okay, let's test the new rules. We create a new item, office renovation. Open it. Approval panel. Office renovation according to quote attached. The amount will be $10,000. Ratio 5,000. I will choose the attachment, and as you see here, I select the amount, which is 5,000 over $5,000. It's 10,000. Send a request. Approval requested. So you see here it's two stages. First one, manager is waiting. Second one, the CFO. So let's call the manager. Here we go. The invoice is actually the quotation. Here I could download it, but which I'm not going to do right now. Let's check the request. And yes, this was discussed, so I'll approve it. Approval is recorded. So now let's see what happens next. Go back. Okay, here the approval has arrived. Approval requested. Stage 2 of 2. And the CFO also is aware of this quote, and also the CFO approves it. It's approved. All right. Also, the manager gets a notification that the renovation has been approved. Lastly, we'll see that the onboarding flow has been fully completed. Onboarding completed. And now it's gone from the panel. And both our examples have been processed. The team runs approvals inside Monday. Multi-step chains, rules for amounts, reminders, attachments, and the full record stays on the Monday board. Every future is on every plan, including the free one. That's Greenlight Approvals. If there are any questions, please reach out to me on my email, luca@aurelis.ai, and I will come back to you ASAP. Thank you for your attention.